We live. Hold on.
It's Sade, y'all.
Hey, welcome to Texas News, everybody.
What happening? That's the Thursday. Got your news. And today, hopefully y'all like these comments. I am
They
one.
will. They will. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everybody.
Please do. Max to the Black. Stay with us. Keep coming back. Happy to have y'all here today. So, we're going to start off with the sad and go to a entertaining topic. So, the first topic will be about a 12-year-old girl who murdered her 8-year-old cousin. And it is a clip that I want to show for this first. Let's play.
All right. Excusez-moi. Here we go.
She coming, y'all. She got this.
Breaking news. So this is going to be an update on the 12-year-old girl that unalived her cousin while she was visiting family. Now, this is the crazy thing about this case. There has been a gag order put on it since she is under the age of 14. They're saying that the attorney has refused to make a statement and the judge has placed a gag order on this case. Now, this precious little girl was unalived by her 12-year-old cousin. She just turned 13, I believe. And she propped her up basically on the bed and made it look like she was just asleep. Now, according to this baby's mom, she said she sent her over to her grandmother's house to spend the summer with her grandmother, and her cousin happened to be over there as well. And they had a dispute over an iPhone. That is all we know, that there was a dispute over an iPhone. The mom was aware of this dispute, but she said she never in a million years thought it would lead to her daughter being unalive. When she found out the news, she said she immediately just, was devastated and felt guilty and of the situation, and the whole thing is just so heartbreaking. Like, how does a 12-year-old girl unalive her cousin and prop her up on a... It just doesn't make any sense. So the more information I get, I will let you all know there is a gag order that has been put over this case.
Now,
Oh, wow. That was a lot.
that was a lot for a 12-year-old girl. 12.
Over an iPhone?
Over an iPhone that they got a dispute about. And she killed her. They won't say how she killed her because it's a gag order on this case.
And what does that mean, though?
So legally, a gag order is a order that's issued by the court to order individuals involved with a civil or criminal court case to refrain from disclosing certain information to the public or the press, especially with them being underage. But they're not going to reveal in this particular case what she did to kill that child. So that's what the gag order is covering, not only her identity, but what she has done. So it's kind of like, man, it's sad. 2 kids just, their lives is gone once again. Definitely. But at the same time, what the hell was this little girl thinking to prop that girl up?
How did she kill her? Like, oh my gosh.
It will not determine how she was killed. But you have to, if you look on the video, there is a person who posted this clip, and you can follow up with him on the story. He'll be keeping up on it. But however she killed her, she then propped this girl up. Okay?
His name is Louis Lynn, Louislynn 66. So if he's keeping updates on the case and that's what you want to do, make sure you go follow him on TikTok.
Yes, because I think this will be an interesting story to find out how she really did kill.
But this is why I don't agree with sending your kids to your relative house necessarily. Like, you did. How the hell? Where was Granny?
Thank you. Where was Granny? Where was the auntie or the cousin?
Like, they was probably doing whatever in the fuck they wanted to do. Because I know how adults do. We leave the kids to play, and then you go do what you want to do.
But she got mad over a cell phone. Like, not saying this may be they don't say this is the exact reason, but that's what the story is that the cell phone is the cause of why the girl got mad. And then next thing you know, the girl ends up dead and propped up like a doll. So beware.
That's sad. And the fact that she even thought, like,
for real,
she had steps. Like, dang, I done killed this girl. Now she knew. Like, I probably wouldn't even been thinking like that if I was this girl. Like,
man,
that's tragic. I'm lost for words because, like, now she finna be in prison probably for the rest of her little life. Like, that's sad.
And if not that, a mental psych ward. She needs to be there because if she had the thought to prop this girl up, I'm not.
I mean, the thought to murder the girl in the first place.
But one thing to murder somebody is another thing to think about what you're gonna do with that body. Most people would normally say, "Hey, I'm gonna throw them away in the trash can. I'm gonna go burn them in the backyard. Let me just leave them there."
I mean, all of that is still grounds for you need some psychological help. Either way it goes, it don't matter what kind of plan you come up with. The fact that you murdered somebody and you had a plan and you was already well thought out, you need some help. You need to talk to somebody.
Let's pray. Amen. Now, I want to give you this next entertaining topic. Prayers to the family of the deceased little 8-year-old girl, and also prayers to the 12-year-old girl as well, you know, and their family and the whole, they're all family, so prayers. The next story will be there's a article that I have found called Skibidi Toilet. If you don't know what it is, you will. Let's see what this is. Skibidi Toilet is already an internet sensation, and now it's about to get even more exposure. The YouTube series created by animator Alexei Geresmo is an unusual worldwide hit with more than 17 billion views. It features human-headed toilets engaged in a war with humanoids in a cinema style known as a machinima. Now, why is this important to know about? It is a controversial because some parents have worried it's a potty humor wrapped in elements of horror and violence, and that is inappropriate for kids who have become diehard fans of the viral series. Think an older baby shark crossed with dystopia and a dash of Stephen King is how they compared these shows. But that's not preventing Skibidi from being developed for TV and film treatment by director Michael Bay and former Paramount Pictures president Adam Goodman, according to a report by Variety. We are absolutely in talks right now, so they're looking at what they can do for the show to do better. But who wants to change what they have created? So some parent, I'm sure, parents that wants to let their children watch TV, you control your child. And want to change somebody's show.
Facts. I mean, it happens all the time. Parents want to write letters or they want to try to ban a show because they don't agree with it. I mean, I haven't heard of it. I haven't watched it. My kid hasn't come out here screaming about it. And I mean, hopefully she doesn't learn of it for a while longer because it does seem like it's more for teens. If you ask me,
it has like slang filler words. That is fan fiction. It also has the man literally coming out the toilet and talking trash. So it's a thing of saying, hey.
Remember when Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh first came out, or was it Harry Potter? Either way it go, I remember this one time where there was actually like sending home slips from school. Like, I mean,
Harry Potter.
This is really no different. You just you better either monitor what your kids watch, or I try to talk to my daughter a lot, so that she's aware of things that goes on. So talking to your kids is definitely important. Don't go bothering people that's making money how they make money. We live in a world, and if this is what someone wants to do, and this is their way of expressing themselves and making money, because apparently it's working for them.
It's working.
It's got this much motion here. Leave them alone, because you'll be mad if it was you and you came up with the best mama's PB&J or spaghetti and somebody around here. I hate that sauce. I don't want my kids to have it. You'll be pissed off, okay? Leave people alone.
Leave people alone, because at the end of the day, even if this failed, it's not going to fail, but even if this had failed for this guy, these people, then, they would have made another one, because these are some big time people who made this show. It's based on inspired games hosted by Roblox. You got Goodman. I mentioned his name, and he has a resume for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and the SpongeBob SquarePants series. So they're very, known to already be making these movies. So what they did, they already knew what they was doing. They know what y'all feel. Why y'all messing with these people? Like,
Exactly.
I swear, half of the people, if they was on the other side, they wouldn't be talking half of the shit they talking. I feel like people who
Mm-mm.
has judgmental views of certain things is because they envy what they see or what they don't have. It's almost like the whole, well, if I can never bring myself to do it, because it's not that you can't do it, but you won't bring yourself to do it, then I gotta judge you on what you're doing. Strippers shouldn't be judged. Hell, you drug dealers shouldn't be judged. I feel like whatever you do should be best
Nobody
at.
should be judged. I kind of feel that way too. And I think that's why when people get to know me, they like me because you can do whatever it is that you're going to do. I'm not going to judge you because I don't want you messing with me when I be doing shit that I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So, like,
Ooh.
leave me alone. I leave you alone. We turn blind eyes to the shit that we both do. Okay? That's just who I am. I don't go in the room. I don't go in people's houses and be like, oh, this is how you keep your house. If I don't want to be there, I ain't going to be there.
Thank you.
I don't judge people for the things that they do because we're all human at the end of the day and all of us weren't raised the same. So leave people the fuck alone. Don't be a
Go make your
bitch.
own damn movie and tell your kids to stay out of goddamn TV. How about
Yeah,
that?
you need to
I
monitor
got
what your
y'all.
kids watch if you're really that worried about it. And I highly recommend communicating with the kids, talking to them, and seeing where their minds are when they watch this type of stuff. It's
Yeah,
probably
because
just
if you feel like
entertainment to
your
them.
child ain't mature enough to watch this stuff, they shouldn't be watching
Facts. They shouldn't be watching it because I know if mine's come out here talking about some skibidi right now, we gonna cut that off.
it.
We is
Yes,
because
the
I don't
video
think
for
because
not to
she
go
get
watch
freaked
it.
out by walking in the room seeing stuff on my TV. So I already know this
And
might
that is
just be a
another
little too
thing
much.
that they do complain of with this movie is that it is a bit of, I guess, horror of it because the man in the toilet and all that
I
other
mean, I guess
blood.
it's kind of creative. The creator in me is actually kind of like because I'm very artistic. Like this is some shit. Like you got the toilet, you got a head in the toilet, and they going to war. Like I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I ain't even gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
To some people, it's like that's some geeky, dumb, boring shit. But it's to a person that's has an open, wide imagination. It's kind of creative, and I would want to see. I'd probably go look it up and see if I like it myself, or just so that I can give my opinion on it a bit better. Because I mean, hey, art is art, whether you agree with it or not. And hey, somebody done came up with a piece of art that's working for them.
17 million views and ain't dropped not one.
And
Okay.
I guarantee you, they done made a lot of money off of
Thank
17 million
you.
views.
Go for it. Keep doing what y'all do with the skibidi because
Yeah.
do not stop.
And
I'm
thank you
gonna
to
watch y'all.
Lisa Respers. I guess she's in French. She the one that wrote this article that you brought up here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, for CNN. Thank you very much. We're going to continue to bring you some good news and entertainment. I am going to see if there's some local news in certain states. I'll be able to let you know as well. I'm trying to give you more of some Tesla stuff for you, okay? Because we need y'all to keep coming back, and y'all have been doing very well at keeping us going. So thank you very much. We hope that you continue to click like, share, and subscribe. You got anything to say, any herb?
I don't. I mean, I thought we were gonna go ahead and run over. You don't wanna.
Oh, we can. I got one more article for you since we've been doing so good today. It has been a successful podcast today. So there is another article that I do have for you. Now, this is more of a would you have done what the mother did in this scenario? There is an article or a video that I would like to show you first for this clip. Let's go. Watch this little girl. I mean, she ain't even little. She grown.
A mother turned her daughter into police after finding out that she had killed someone for $60. Kenyatta Hayes, age 26, has been charged with first-degree murder in perpetration of a robbery. Officers responded to reports of a shooting and found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police released this footage of a potential suspect on social media. The next day, a woman told police that her daughter was the person in the video and took her to the homicide office. Hayes reportedly told Memphis police that she was at the Marathon gas station on Lamar Avenue when a man offered to give her $60 in exchange for freaky activities. According to Hayes, she never planned on performing the act. Instead, she wanted to rob him. Reports state that when they got to the park, Hayes shot the man and took the cash. She then left the scene on foot. Hayes told police she was thirsty for money and spent $47 on 2 hot wing combos for herself and her boyfriend after the shooting. She is now being held in custody on very serious.
I'm done. I'm done. So you robbed a man for $60 to feed you and your boyfriend, pretty much.
This ain't your kids, this ain't your husband, this ain't your mama, your daddy, your sister, or your brother. Your boyfriend. The things
your boyfriend.
Do. The things people do.
That is just sad.
$60. $47.
I always say, look here. First of all, if you're gonna go to jail, if you're finna go to prison, fuck jail, because jail is a whole different thing. If you're finna go to prison, make sure it's for something that's worth it. And I don't think $60 was worth going to sit in that nasty ass prison that you finna go sit in with those nasty ass people. Okay, it's not worth the comfortability. Yeah, it's gonna probably be for the rest of your life, especially if that man, depending on how bad you hurt that man or if he died. And what process you finna go through. Like, I mean, it's a good chunk of your life. And let's see, what, you're 26 now, you go to jail about 10, 20 years. That's the rest of your life, pretty much. You're gonna be old as fuck when you get out. So, you know, because I mean, technically, you gotta count them years when you go to prison. You're young as fuck. You can go to prison from 20 to 30. You get out, you have some little might left until you go to jail for the remainder of 30, 40. Get out when you're 50, 60, or even just in your 40s. You're gonna feel behind and late and old as fuck. Like, that's your life, you know, and there, you agree or not, your young life is really your life. And if you finna get out of prison and start a life, I hope you got a plan. Okay.
Hope your whole plan. Hope you was just stupid. I'm sorry.
She is stupid.
You was just stupid. You could have went to a shelter, got some food. They had church open the next day. You could walk there and got some food. You $47 damn dollars for some goddamn food. You're stupid. You're stupid. That's drugs. You're stupid.
It do sound like drugs. Like, she gotta be on something for $60.
$47. All she got to spend. Let's get this corrected. She did $60
for $60. Like, that's not even enough to get through 2 days. That's barely enough to get through a day, depending on what your habits are and what you do. Like, and when I say habits, I mean like what you wake up and do, how you eat, how you get to and from work. Like, do you have recreational habits? Do you have kids? You get what I'm saying? Like,
you obviously ain't got no lights and rent, so
apparently she just don't have no life.
You and your boy, I hope your boyfriend got arrested too.
But this is also a lesson to men. Stop paying for the coochie. Stop going out there hunting for random girls that y'all don't know. They'll set y'all up. They'll rob y'all. Like, y'all think Cardi B was lying when she said she used to set dudes up and steal their money? No, they're not. This is what people do. This is what females do, because a lot of them don't want to be full blown HOEs and actually pay and give you the like, they'll rather trick you somehow to get the money and just get out of Dodge until they find the next dumb person they can fuck with. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stop doing shit like that. Stop going out scouting for the kitty in that manner.
For real. Like, ain't that, like, it's so many women out here who will settle down, suck your dick, fuck you every
Not
time.
even settle down. It's just it's a lot of women out here that'll just give it to you without you having to do all of that. You could have went for a Happy Meal. Some chicks do it for a Happy Meal.
Like, oh my God.
Right. And usually it's all about what you exude, because you know some men, they'll be broke as day, probably ain't got shit going on, but how they talking to you and what they rapping to you, like they swag, like it's about what kind of game you got. Like, use your game to get you some cool. Stop playing with these street kids, scallywags.
Thank you.
I don't even know.
Ain't nothing to say to these stories today.
It ain't nothing to say, because it's just shocking.
It is. It is. And the mother turned her in. Would you have turned your child? Like, the mother took her down though. I think they over exaggerated with the whole turn in.
So that's where you become conflicted at as a parent, because it's like, damn, that's your daughter. You want to save their life. At the same time, you don't want them to do that shit again. Because let's say you do try to protect your child. And I feel like this is what some rich people go through, or people that are wealthy and be trying to save their kids. Let's say you do save your child and, you know, put her up, whatever, get her away a new life. She could probably she'd probably do the same thing again. Then you back in the same situation. Like, a lot of people save their kids and then end up regretting it in the end because you should have just went to jail. I should have just let you go to prison and learn your lesson that way. Because now you still out here. I'm an accomplice now. You done stressed me. Like you don't. That nobody thinks about their family when they're doing these crimes because it trickles down from you onto them once you go to prison. And or if you don't go to prison, even if you just bring it back to the house and it's like, hey, I did such and such. Like now it's like, or if you find out some type of way, like we gotta save you. I mean, because I'll be kind of conflicted too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I have to really sit with myself before I turn my daughter in. Big kind of murder, yeah, you gotta go to prison, bro.
Here go my thing.
I don't know. It's kind of like because those
baby,
kids,
man, those break your heart. It will break your heart. A parent who loves their child is going to break their heart.
And then they ain't gonna want to see you because I know I'm gonna try to ride down there and be like, you gonna come out and see me. They ain't gonna want to see you no more because you put them in prison, or at least for a while.
Well, let me tell you something. I got a bit of my daddy in me. I'm sending your ass to jail. Let me tell you why. Okay? You know what the fuck you was doing. That's number one. That means my daddy taught me about consequences. You gonna do some shit, you better be ready for the motherfucking consequences that's finna come with that stuff you doing. I don't care how big or small it is. And the other thing is, I believe that had she, as a mother, if I had to think this through, I would have took a little bit of time, but I would have sided with taking her to jail because I don't want feds after her. I want the cops killing her. It's not worth her losing her life after this. I mean, yes, she shot somebody, and if they lost their life, I'm so sorry. But this is still a life that you are still having to hold accountable. And I'd rather you sit behind a jail cell and live that shit out for the rest of you in pain, wherever you at. I come visit you, baby. I will. I might even send you some money, depending on how dumb you've been up to this point. But if you've been shitty dumb, doing stupid shit, and it sounds like she's been a stupid shit girl, okay? That means
she probably has been doing a lot of the string of things that got her there.
And I'm finna send your ass right on back to the jail, y'all. Since you already,
I mean, I can't blame you if you. I can't blame you if you do. I can't blame a person for turning their kid in. You anybody out here doing wrong, and that's the consequence. Then I don't blame you, but I don't blame you for trying to save your kid either.
No,
you get what I'm saying? Because that's what you made. That's what you had, and some people they'll rather keep trying to save their kid, or maybe even agree with the manner of things that their kids are doing, rather than send them to jail. So I mean, I can't say that, especially over mine, because you know how you already know how I be attached to the shit that I love. So
I love my kids dearly, but I also believe if you've been giving me now the first time thing, you know, maybe you ain't been getting in trouble all this time. This is something that just, oh my God, it happened. I'm gonna do my best to come fight for you, but you gotta go to jail. You gonna have to sit in jail while I fight for you. But at the end of the day, once them children have given you hell, from the time they born to the time they turn 40 sometimes, and maybe even longer. Oh, bitch, that's like peace to your life once they go to jail. That's like, I know you safe. I ain't got to worry about you. You being fed. You got a home. Jail is a home. That means you can go sit in there and I'll be okay. Because I know you right there. You might have some hell in there, but it ain't no different than you been on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, some people go to prison and they definitely make that shit their home. Make it. You got to work with what you got while you got it, bro. That's all I can say. But Testa, thank you so much for those news topics. And we are going to be back Sunday. I'm sorry, not Sunday. We're going to be back Saturday. The podcast is supposed to be Saturday at 11 a.m. every weekend. So we're going to try our best to bring it Saturday instead of Sunday this weekend with some great topics and great segments. Me, OG, and Testa. We're going to have this thing down pat for y'all. And we're going to have a nice show. You know, tell your friends, phone a friend, whatever. Comments. Please, we want you guys to, engage with us. Testa, you got anything to say before we go? Check out Variarity, everybody, if you need a virtual assistant.
VARYAIRITY.com. Catch me there. I'll do my best to give you some hairs.
And she's going to post the link below in the comments so you can check out Variarity for yourself. And we'll be back again with some more Testa's news on the podcast this weekend and next Thursday. All right. So stay max to the black, y'all.
We out.